8:04 here this morning, and happening today after nearly 2 weeks of closures. Parts of the Boundary Waters canoe area will reopen this morning to paddlers and campers.
Great news for so many people. It comes as crews continue to make progress to contain those wildfires, which have been burning for weeks. Bill Keller joins us now in the studio with the very latest, what this all means. Hi, Bill.
Good morning, ladies. In fact, 3 weeks after more than 1,000 lightning strikes ignited the wildfires in and around the Boundary Waters, a big part of the BWCA is back open for business this morning. Starting today, a total of 41 entry points will reopen for day and overnight use. Now, this is mostly in the Tofty and Gunflint Ranger districts. That's nearly 40% of the Boundary Waters that'll be back open, but campers still not allowed to have fires even in the designated grates. Meanwhile, the western half of the wilderness around Ely will remain closed until the Forest Service decides that conditions have improved enough that it's safe to reopen. Now, permits for those entry points, those have been canceled through at least August 3rd. We're going to have to just wait and see what happens moving forward. But we can take a look at where the containment efforts stand right now. So far, we know the wildfires have burned 64,000 acres. They are about 50% contained. Nearly 1,200 personnel are now assigned to the wildfires. In fact, helicopters are being used to deliver food and supplies to some firefighters that are actually camped out and working in some remote areas. Meanwhile, you've got fire officials who are urging people to stay up to date on the local evacuation maps. There are temporary flight restrictions, those still in place around the fires, and they are asking anyone who's out on the water to stay clear of any water gathering aircraft. Of course, drones strictly off limits. Earlier this week, Governor Walz said that he is considering calling lawmakers back for a one-day special session, talking about extending the peacetime emergency and providing some much-needed economic aid to the residents and businesses who have been affected by these fires. Again, good news, a good step forward here, not just for the paddlers whose vacations are maybe a go, but for all those businesses that have been kind of in limbo, really waiting for finding, the resorts, gas stations, you name it.
Their prime season.
Yeah.
Right.
And it's only half. It's the eastern side, the Grand Marais Gunflint Trail, not the Ely side.
Okay. Right. And so interesting hearing about them dropping food down to crews, because you imagine how challenging it is for them way out in the backwoods up there.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, Bill, thank you.
Thanks, Bill.